Welcome to the Pirates Digital Media pregame show tonight. I am Rick Cole, and we welcome you tonight to what is a Pirates men's game. Let's check our notes here. The game tonight was originally a Pirates women's game that Pirates Digital Media initially and wrongfully thought was scheduled for last Monday. That might have been a women's game against another opponent other than Graceland University, who canceled the game due to a lack of numbers on their roster, and now is a men's game against Central Methodist reserve team after Indian Hills Community College wanted to reschedule tonight's home game against the Pirates so they could make up games in their conference play. Okay. I'm going to lay down for a moment and then we'll start tonight's pregame. But when we do start tonight, we'll look at the Pirates men and Central Methodist University's Reserve Eagles team when we return on Pirates Digital Media with the pregame show.
Welcome to North Central Missouri College's Savannah campus.
And I think you'll agree, this is kind of a small super campus right now.
I'm excited to start the new program here at the new campus. We kind of got to look at everything, and it's really high tech, it's really cool.
The Board of Trustees and the administration realized that we needed to better serve this northwest corner of the state. So the effort began then to look for locations. Savannah was a really good choice for us.
This may be one finish line, but I think it's going to be important for everybody to understand that this is still going to be ongoing. The campaign's not over yet.
Welcome back. Before we go further, let's look at our upcoming scheduled games as they stand right now. Saturday will be on the road at Metropolitan Community College for both the women's and men's games that open up regional play. Then Tuesday, a doubleheader. The women have added Westminster's JV to the team, and the men will be playing Graceland on Tuesday night next week. And then games coming up Friday, January 26th and Saturday, January 27th against the other teams in the region, Jefferson College and St. Louis Community College. Keep in mind, St. Louis will only be a men's game as their women's team, again, canceled their season due to lack of numbers. For North Central Missouri, tonight's game replaces their road game, as we said, with Indian Hills Community College, which was rescheduled to February so Indian Hills could make up one of their conference postponements. Central Methodist reserve team, according to the CMU athletic website, is 4-5 this season. They're 4-2 over their last 6 games. However, they lost their last game at Westminster College 95-88, but that was way back on December 10th, their last game. So you can kind of see they really needed to get a game in, just as North Central did when Indian Hills postponed our meeting. So here we are. Pirate coach Jeremy Esri gives us some insight into what we may see from the Eagles tonight.
They got 4 varsity guys down. One being their 6'9" kid that's a freshman, but he is pretty talented. He's really good and stuff, and so just needs more experience on the varsity level. And hopefully we give him some of that tonight. And and bringing some other guys down as well that don't necessarily play on their JV or their varsity reserve team, but will get some minutes tonight.
As we look at the North Central Missouri College Pirates, 11-4, Jeremy Esri, as you likely know, has a relationship with Central Methodist University. He was a graduate assistant at CMU for Jeff Sherman, an assistant coach at Peru State in Nebraska, who played both at North Central Missouri and Central Methodist, and was a teammate with Jeff Sherman's son, Matt, who's now the head coach at Central Methodist. The Pirates are coming off a win last Wednesday against Highland, 82-67, played very well, shot 54% to Highland's 41%, but hit just 3 of 13 three-pointers and had 12 assists on 34 field goals made, turned the ball over 18 times. Last year, the Pirates beat CMU, pretty high-scoring games, 103-89 and 110-68. Here is our tale of the tape before Jeremy Esri joins us in the pregame show. Then we'll be back live as we start tonight's game with the national anthem and the introduction of players. Thanks for joining us in our pregame show. Jeremy Esri joins us now in the pregame show. Coach, this CMU game that you were able to add to the schedule when you got postponed at Indian Hills, I believe.
Yep.
Have anything to do with your relationship with Matt Sherman?
Probably a little bit. You know, Matt's one of my best friends and stuff, and hopefully he says the same. But you know, he was very accepting and understanding. We were going to play him anyways later on in the year, and said, hey, like we need a game this week. We'll help you guys out. And he's like, yeah, we could do it, and it'll certainly help us out.
So does this game replace that game later?
Yeah,
okay.
It'll replace the February 6th game. So
Okay.
he was very accommodating, moved it up last minute, and you know, hopefully. We appreciate him doing that, and so
Yeah. And this isn't going to be just their youngest kids coming. They're going to bring some good kids.
No,
It
yeah,
sounds like.
he might have jumped at the chance of that too. So he wants to get some guys some experience, which is understandable. So you know, they got 4 varsity guys down. One being their 6'9" kid that's a freshman, but he is pretty talented. He's really good and stuff, and so just needs more experience on the varsity level. And so you know, hopefully we give him some of that tonight. And and bringing some other guys down as well that don't necessarily play on their JV or their varsity reserve team, but will get some minutes tonight. So.
Yeah, and what's that like? Because you have I guess basically 36 hours to prepare, maybe 2 practices.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get real involved with details against this kind of matchup?
Well, with them, we will, just because they're going to be really good. And so, we certainly will know some personnel, hopefully, and they're going to have shooters around the big guy. They're going to have ball handlers. And so, this is a team that, you know, we certainly have to prepare for.
You've had some high-scoring games with them in the last couple of games. What is that a good thing? I mean, do you enjoy that, or is it the kids enjoy it, or
I think
anything?
the kids enjoy it. You know, I don't. I think we get exposed defensively sometimes, and whatever that might be. So we have to score a bunch of points because our defense struggles guarding their actions or getting hands out on shooters and all that stuff. And so we have to accommodate it somehow, and so we have to score some more points as well. So, you know, I'm sure our guys like it. Ideally, you know, we still play really good defense and don't give up second chances and guard the 3-ball well, but we struggled.
You know, and that's something I was going to ask you. You mentioned earlier in the year that you weren't getting out on the 3-point shooters. Has that improved in your mind?
Maybe. I hope so, but I think there's still room for improvement. You know, and I think it was a thing where we were helping too much, and so we had the right intentions in mind. We were having great help side defense, but sometimes we were staying in front of our man, and we didn't necessarily need that help side defense, which gave up wide open threes, and teams hit those against us. So hopefully we changed a little bit of it, but we still need to do a better job of it.
Right. You have a big Saturday game coming up with Metro, and I know that one of the things you've got to worry about is the health of kids. But at the same time, you got to get them on the floor and play a little bit.
Yeah,
right?
we need
That's
guys. Same as in the same boat as Central Methodist. We need some guys to get experience and to get some minutes and build some confidence and stuff. And so we're gonna. Everybody that's healthy is going to play. Micah Johnson's still battling some back issues and stuff, and so we'd love to get him out there. And he came back from break great and looked really good, and then just had some issues with his back, and so we're still battling those with him. But everybody else will hopefully stay healthy and play hard, and we'll get some good experience.
Isaiah Reams had another big scoring night against Highland. You got some contributions really up and down the roster, and I would think that you did say that first half against Highland, one of the better ones you'd had.
It was.
That has to feel good going into this regional season as well as tonight.
Yeah, it certainly does. Now it's the consistency aspect of it, and that's one thing that I thought we've struggled at times this year is being consistent. For 40 minutes and stuff, and I didn't think we were overly consistent the second half, but that first half was certainly fun to watch and do. So we just get more consistent, playing at our pace and how we want to play, and hopefully we can have a lot of fun. But
Well, and so here's the final question. And if you, heaven forbid, have an injury tonight, will you just make them go outside and sit outside the ice instead of doing anything on the
That
bench?
might be colder than ice. Yeah, that might be a little cooler than what the physical trainer and all that stuff, you know, they tell us to do. Because, yeah, that might be a little too cold.
Does it bug the kids, this weather? Do they mind traipsing into the gym and all that?
I don't think so. Our guys haven't said too much. Luckily, the gym's been really warm, and so you get in there. It's certainly cold outside. It's a little cold in the locker room, but once you get on the floor and stuff, it's been pretty warm. So.
Partners with North Central Missouri College Athletics include BTC Bank, agriculturally minded, service-oriented, and driven to strengthen the communities it serves. Farmers Bank of Northern Missouri, bank on the go with Farmers Bank mobile app. Grundy County Lumber, your authorized local steel dealer. Pettijohn Ford, now offering low upfront prices and no hidden fees on every vehicle in stock. St. Luke's Health System. St. Luke's unique combination of clinical excellence and compassionate care makes them the best place to get care. Welcome to the Ketchum Community Center on the campus of North Central Missouri College on this cold night in January, where tonight the Pirate men take on Central Methodist University's Eagles reserve team. They are 4-5, and the Pirates are 11-4, number 18 in the nation. Welcome back to the Ketchum Center. I am Rick Cole, and it's been, as everybody in the Midwest has experienced, a cold and snowy week since we were here last. But we are here, and that's pretty exciting because the Pirates are playing some good basketball. They have won 4 in a row, and they are 7-1 at home. They take on a reserve team from Central Methodist, like a lot of times we don't know much about. We do know their head coach for tonight is Vukasin Garrick, and we'll meet their starters during the introductions, which is coming up in just a moment. Ray Keel is our director, working with Maddie McCullum, Raynel Del Rosario, Alan Martinez, and Hope Helton here from the Ketchum Center. Philip Wilson is on our PA system. Let's go down to him for the national anthem and introductions.
This time I ask those please stand, remove your hats, salute the big country of ours with the playing of our national anthem. First, let's meet the starters for the visiting Eagles. A guard, 6'1" freshman, number 0, Victor Kochalowski. At guard, 5'11" freshman, Nolan Simon. At guard, 6'5" freshman, number 23, Colton Garner. At center, a 6'9" freshman, number 25, Evan Appleman. And guard, 6'5" sophomore, number 33, Tanner Lanes. That goes to the Eagles because it's good courage. Now everyone on your feet for the starting lineup of your NCNC Pirates. At wing, a 6'4" freshman from St. John's. guard, 6'2" freshman from Belt, Missouri, number 2, Giovanni Mack. At guard, a 5'11" sophomore from Mexico, Missouri, number 3, Isaiah Reeves. At forward, 6'4" sophomore from St. Louis, Missouri, number 5, Cambria Evans. And at guard, 6'4" freshman from St. Louis, Missouri, number 21, Tyler Manning. Head coach Greg Parker,
Well, as happens many times when you face these reserve teams, there is a new player on the roster other than what we were given. And I tried to pick up his name on the PA. I believe it's Evan Kalaman, who is number 25. He is the 6'9" post player that Jeremy Esri talked about. We'll try to get confirmation on that as we have a chance here as the Pirates get ready to face Central Methodist University. Again, we do the best we can with these reserve rosters, and we'll make sure that we get the most information we can. And in the official scoring, the online scoring, it's listed as Apollon, so we'll go with that. Evan Apollon. And again, my apologies if that is incorrect, as we are do the best we can with the information we are given. Nonetheless, we're ready to go, and these two teams will face each other for the first time this year. Last year, North Central won twice, and as we mentioned in the pregame show, big scoring in both of those games. The Pirates scored over 100 points twice, and CMU scored 89 points in one game. A lot of points scored between the two teams. One of the things that we do know for sure is the names of our referees. Chad Waller, Bobby Edwards, and Aaron Emanuel are the referees in this game tonight. They are waiting for something, not quite sure what, but we'll figure that out as well. And as we continue to try to figure out what's going on there, we'll tell you that our upcoming basketball games, including a road doubleheader coming up at Metropolitan Community College. It's the first of the regional games for North Central. It'll be women and men, starting with the tip-off at 2 o'clock, our pregame at 1:40 on Saturday afternoon. Central Methodist going from left to right. As we start this basketball game, the Pirates were moved to number 18 in the national rankings this week. That came out just a day or so ago. And out of bounds, we'll give the ball to North Central as we'll give the ball to CMU as they get ready to throw it in bounds. On top, Kachalowski giving it to Tanner Lanes, and then inside to Apollon, and he makes his move against D.D. Evans and is fouled. Again, in the scoring, in the game information that was given to us, it's Apollon, Apollon. And when we get a chance, we'll try to get a little bit more information on him. But he makes it 1-0. A 6'9" player, and Jeremy Esri, that was the point of his comments about CMU in the matchup tonight, is that is the guy they'll go to. They'll run their offense through him, look for some shots after he touches the ball. Pirates touch the ball for the first time. Here's King, the leading scorer for North Central, and a rebound taken down by Nolan Simon, and CMU with a 1-0 lead comes the other way. Garner on the baseline, and it's Mack that steals it away. He's good at that. He's one of the leaders in the nation. Mack not afraid. He penetrates and pitches to Reeves, who's the second leading scorer. D.D. Evans underneath trying to find some room, but can't get it against Apollon, and then the pass goes outside, and Clark is off the mark. Long pass down. Kachalowski can't get it. Rebound that volleyball. And finally, Clark does. So down 1-0 after a minute 15. The Pirates look for points here. King again, spinning, can't get it. Apollon with another rebound. Central Methodist University of Fayette, Missouri in the NAIA They are in the Heart of America Conference. That'll belong to North Central. So the first turnover of the game. And the Pirates will have it again. Reams facing Simon. That's Evans with the screen. Mack gets another Evans screen. And he cannot hit it. The Pirates are cold here at the beginning of the game. Colton Garner is a 6'5" freshman, and he grabbed the rebound. Kachalewski inside, and he's able to hit that shot. So 3-0 CMU in the early going. And the whistle, and that's going to be a turnover on North Central. Pirates will be in the press here. Lanes tries to avoid the double team. Now he's in a little bit of trouble, but finds a man down the floor, and a good job stepping forward by Garner. I'm not sure what that was supposed to be, but the Pirates come the other way. King on the transition. And he gets a rebound on the seat of his pants. Don't see that too often. Simon attacking the basket. And the foul is going to be on Isaiah Reams. So Reams will send him to the line. And here's how it happened. And Simon gets ready for the free throw and hits that.
Checking for the Pirates number 14, Corey Carroll.
Second one coming for Simon. He's a freshman from O'Fallon, Missouri. And dead solid perfect on both of those. One of the things about junior college basketball and the JV level in the four-year schools is that there's a lot of flexibility to do games like we're doing this one tonight when the circumstances warrant it. Evans on the floor. Pirates still have 15 to shoot. And so at the last moment, almost literally, as Terrell is in the game, Evans, a rare three-pointer. Terrell battling, but the rebound won by Colton Garner. SCMU in transition. Kachalewski inside, and he got it to go. So the Pirates off to a very slow start, down by 7. Mack trying to do something about that, and still nothing will go. Garner has a handful of rebounds already. Lanes a long way outside, and that's knocked out of bounds by Apollon. So the Pirates need to get some offense going pretty quick. Central Methodist is 4-2 over their last 6 games. They are 4-5 for the season. Evans finally gets that one to go. So D.D. Evans with the basket, and the Pirates finally on the board 4.5 minutes or so into this game. An interception by Terrell, and Mack has the layup. Nearly a travel, and CMU comes out of it shining. Drive inside by Garner, and D.D. with the rebound in front of Apollon. Long pass, Isaiah Reams for the Pirates. Forcing it up and in, Tanner Lanes. And a whistle on that shot and foul. At the line, shoot 2 for the Pirates, number 0, Joe Clark. So at the line comes Joe Clark, averaging 5 points a game. He is not a very good free throw shooter, something he'll continue to work on. He is at 33% on the year. Here's a look at how he got to the free throw line.
Number 11, Ricardo Lee. Here, Pirates, number 11, John Carroll.
And the second free throw coming up. Our director tonight is Ray Keel. Maddie McCollum is on our main camera. And 0 for 2 there by Joe. Katalewski. 3 if it goes. Rebound by Terrell. Ja'Cory entered the game a little earlier than normal, which is a very good sign for him. He's getting a little bit more playing time as he comes off a solid game the other night against Highland. Had 4 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 steals. The sophomore played last year against CMU. In the second meeting, had a couple of points and a couple of rebounds. The deflected pass ends up in the hands of Matt Jones, a freshman from Lee's Summit, Missouri. Ricardo Lee is also in. He's number 11. There's Jonas. And the bounce pass goes all the way through the defense and belongs to North Central. So NCMC was down 7-0 at one point. And they've cut it to a 3-point margin as Reams walks it down against Lee. And Lee takes it away. And 2 points for him. So Lee with a nice steal. And he has his first bucket. He is from Fairview Heights, Illinois. John Carroll is in. He'll take on the big man inside and draw the foul.
Central Methodist foul number 25 on his second team foul.
And John Carroll to the line. He's going to be our guest at the break today.
Shooting for the Pirates, number 11, John Carroll.
And here is a look at John underneath.
35, Sidney Barrows. And for the Pirates, number 1, Mikey Thomas.
And John goes 0 for 2 at the line. So the Pirates, who have never led in this game, go back on defense. And Reams picks up the ball handler, Victor Katalewski. Jonas. Katalewski. On the wing, a move by Lee. On the baseline, this is Wyatt Sitton-Barrows. And again, Lee inside, triple teamed, and the shot clock runs out. So the Pirates do a good job on defense, just when they needed to, down by 5. And the Pirates will make some changes here. Mikey Thomas is in. Terrell and Carroll have been in for a while. Reams remains in, and also in Jamal Davis, the redshirt sophomore. Terrell to Carroll. John, he's also double teamed. Look at that pass though, inside, and 2 points for Davis. They did that once or twice the other night against Highland as there's a turnover. And again, John playing very well, had 9 against Highland, and Jamal had 6 against Highland, but had those kind of cuts and those kind of moves where he got open several times. Now Terrell in double traffic, I guess, double teamed. And he draws a foul and he will go to the line. This will not be a shooting foul. It's going to be on the floor, so it'll be inbounds to the Pirates. Early on here, the Pirates are shooting 36% and CMU 50%. 7 turnovers for the Eagles and 3 for the Pirates. And yet CMU leads it, and now the ball thrown in the backcourt. That's illegal because it was an inbound play. Thomas. Reams is in the right place at the right time. Davis. Isaiah looking to squeeze a shot off. Carroll, offensive board, and he puts it in. Race to the sideline. Terrell knocked it off the body of Simon, and it'll belong to the Eagles. And let's wait. Chad Waller is going to go in and talk to Bobby Edwards, the other referee, the one that made the call originally. And let's see what the decision is. The initial decision was that it belonged to CMU. And they're going to change that, and North Central will get possession. So Thomas will throw it in again. Mikey's a 6'1" freshman from St. Joe. Looking at that little curl move by Terrell, and then Carroll outside. Thomas, good as goal. So a 3 by Mikey Thomas. Pirate pressure, and they lead by 2 points. And a foul midcourt by Thomas. So Thomas picks up his first foul of the game, and the 6'9" center, Apollon, is checking back in. Also into the game is, let's see. Have to wait for a moment and find out who also came in. Tanner Lanes, who handles the ball, is the player that has re-entered. Lanes and Terrell. Davis working hard on Garner, now gets some help on top, and Isaiah Reams knocked it away. Carroll gets it to Terrell, and hustling from behind, Lanes knocks it out of bounds, but he may have turned his ankle. Boy, I saw that as he landed, and it was not pretty, but fortunately he is walking and looks like he's going to be able to walk it out. This is going to be a full timeout, and we will take a timeout as well. Pirates Digital Media back in a moment. At the Ketchum Community Center tonight, the Pirates have come back to take a 2-point lead. They were down early 7-0. So far, 2 points rule for the Pirates with the exception of Mikey Thomas. He's hit a 3-pointer. And the rest of the scoring for North Central, Mack, Reams, Carroll, and Davis each had 2. And for the Eagles, they have 4 points from Kachalowski, 2 points for Simon, 1 point for Apollon, 2 points for Tanner Lanes. Now here's Ja'Cory Terrell at the line. And Ja'Cory hits that one for his first point of the night. Ja'Cory is a 57% free throw shooter, average 3.5 points a game. But as we said earlier, he is starting to get more and more time, and not at the end of games. Tonight he was the first one off the bench. Nolan Simon's a freshman. .23 is Colton Garner. Baseline, nice move, but nothing to show for it for Simon. Reams of the Pirates. And it'll belong to CMU. So the turnover is the 4th of the game for the Pirates, 8 for CMU. CMU has a 1 rebound advantage at this point, 9-8. And it's a 3-point Pirate lead. Good diagonal pass to beat the press. Lee, though, runs into a quartet. That is Apollon. ran into 3 different Pirates on that exchange. Mack right down the middle and can't hit it, but it'll be a foul taken into the free throw line. So Mack will go to the line. Giovanni is a 6'2 freshman from Belton. As we mentioned, he is number 19 in the nation in steals, and he's number 40 in assists in Division II NAIA. And there's the shot that got him to the line. One more for Gio. He's a good free throw shooter, 81%. And he's got gorgeous looking shoes. Those are kind of, I don't know, I'm not good on colors, but they're not pink, they're not orange, they're porridge. That's what they are, they're porridge. 1 of 2 for Mack. Lee around the corner. 3 by Simon. Apollon with the rebound nearly, and then taken away by the Pirates. Mack looks away and then gets it to Davis, and the goaltend will give Davis another basket. He's got 4. So the Pirates stretch the lead to 7. Against the pressure, the Eagles will have Tanner Lanes looking for that pass, and again they break it with the diagonal pass, and then a block shot by Carroll. So John Carroll has been coming up big all over the place. He had 4 blocks last year in one of the games against CMU, the second game of the series. Has 1 tonight, and Mack twisting and turning and putting it to bed. So Gio Mack with 5 points, and the Pirates have gone from down 7 at one point to up by 9. Looking for the 3-point line. The shot by Garner, and another rebound for the Pirates. North Central has done a good job on the boards, even with the 6'9" post in there. And Terrell challenging Apollon and getting the worst of it. Now Carroll goes inside. And blocked on his second try. Long pass down, Simon. And the foul will be on Mikey Thomas. So Mikey Thomas picks up his second foul. And going to the line will be Nolan Simon. Boy, I like this guy. He is a 5'11" freshman from O'Fallon, Missouri. He is Quicksilver out there. And he'll have 2 free throws. 5 fouls on each team here halfway through the first half. And there he goes. That's how he got to the line. Second one coming. Look at that tip in. Apollon got that one. Holy cow. You know, a little bit of that had to do with being 6'9" or whatever, but a lot of that had to do with just pure athleticism and good timing. Foul is going to be on Simon. And the inbounds play will be triggered by King. Boy, I sure like this matchup. John Carroll against Apollon. This is a great challenge for John. You'll hear at halftime when John talks about his injury early in the year, and he has really come on since getting healthy. Mack can't connect, but the Pirates will have the ball back in 20 seconds to shoot.
Hey, stop reaching.
King again. King has been quiet so far. Carroll. Mack. Nowhere to go, and then challenges inside. Terrell comes up with a loose ball. Mack from the other corner. So Mack hits his 7th point of the game. If you can't hit from the left, try from the right. That is the new motto that I will live by. Pachalewski. Mack on the boards. King 2-on-2. Fell takes a 3-point play.
That was on number 0.
And looks like we'll have a timeout here. We'll see if it's a 30 or a 60. And it looks like it's been taken by Central Methodist. And it is a 30, so we will stay right here and come back with the free throw. Here is Mack going in and hitting the shot. And they saw the call from behind him, and that was obviously the key. Let's see if that was going to be a block or a charge. And it ends up with a chance at a 3-point play for King. I think I said Mack earlier. It's King that will have the chance at a 3-point play. Pirates by 11. King shoots 71% from the line. I tell you, his stat line is just very well balanced. 21.7 points per game, 3.9, nearly 4 rebounds a game. He shoots 52% from the floor. Lanes on the outside, good screen, and Lanes will fire it and hit it. Oh, he was on the line, so that's a 2-pointer for Lanes. Mack nearly taken away by Simon, still having trouble with it, and it'll be an over and back as Simon harassing Mack, and Simon got the better of it. So the Pirates turn it over. 8 turnovers for the Eagles, 5 make it 6 now for the Pirates. Rebounds are even at 14 each, but the Pirates lead it by 9. Halftime again, our guest will be John Carroll, the freshman from Marietta, Georgia. And that's a 2-pointer for Garner. And right back comes King. So Tyler has 4, Garner has 2. And CMU attacks again, Simon. Apollon finally got it back, and CMU has 20 to shoot. Roman Phillips is in now, defensively at the post. Simon goes in, ball comes out, Mack goes across the floor. And at the other end, the layup good for Khalil Screen. So Khalil Screen hits the shot. Good to see him in a game. It's a young man from Providence, Rhode Island that finally got all his paperwork done and is back on the floor for North Central after coming here this year. Lanes gives it inside. No for Apollon, and the Pirates come the other way. Mack. Davis. Picked away by Kachalewski. And then right back to Tyler King. And King was fouled out in the middle of the floor, and it'll be a throw-in from the side. Well, check that. That's going to be a bonus situation for the Pirates, as that is the 8th foul of the half. The foul is called on Colton Garner, 2 on him. So King with the 1-and-1. Screen is in along with Mack, King, Clark back in, and Roman Phillips, the freshman from Atlanta, Missouri. Tyler's 5th point. His 21.7 points a game. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but that's 23rd best in the nation as of today. He is also very high in total numbers of points, number 22 overall in number of points he scored. Ball comes loose, and King puts it down. Tyler can certainly elevate. And the Pirates have stretched the lead to 15. Off the mark, turnover, CMU. That is their 12th turnover. Isaiah Reams is back in for North Central. For Central Methodist, Matt Jonas comes back. Clark a little bit short. Reams to the basketball. Drive by Khalil, screen! 4 points for him. Press breaker, nice pass by Kaluski. And who's that going to be off? It'll be off North Central. Kachaluski into Apollon, and it just got messed up a little bit at the end, but it was a beautiful pass, great idea. And they have 20 seconds to shoot. Kachaluski. Again a pass into Apollon, and a foul is going to be on Roman Phillips. So again, Evan Apollon, we believe that is his full name. Again, it was a late addition or whatever to the roster. It did not come on the roster we received earlier today. He has 4 points now. So again, I'll say it for one last time. We apologize for that, but sometimes there's just not much we can do. He was introduced at the beginning of the game and was a little bit of a surprise. 1 of 2 again at the line for him. He has 2 free throws made and 1 basket. Terrell. Battle for the ball. Terrell wins it up. Yes, it is Terrell. And the Pirates go back to a 20-second shot clock. Reams. And the break. Kachaluski. Wow. Tough break there for Kachaluski, who is from Belarus. I'm sure I'll mispronounce this. Brest, Belarus. And up above the rim, Clark collides with Apollon. That is 3 on Apollon, and I would think he would sit at this point. And in fact, Wyatt Sitton-Barrows is at the scorer's table ready to come in. And 2 shots here for Clark. Joe is out of St. Joseph, Missouri. We told this story 2-3 weeks ago, maybe it was longer than that, when we were at Swick, had a chance to visit with his mom. And his mom was telling us about Joe's sister, who had never played lacrosse, and yet went to Drury down in Springfield, Missouri, which is an NCAA Division II school, basically tried out for the team, and has had a wonderful year. In fact, I think she was the freshman of the year, something like that. Get into more details sometime, but that's just an amazing story about Joe Clark's sister. Can you imagine if you could use sticks in basketball, like lacrosse sticks? Wouldn't that be something? Screen getting it off, and Reams trying to find a crack in the defense. Not there. One more time for Isaiah, and it still won't go in. Well, we've had a lot of basketballs bounce around on rims and refuse to go in. And now a jump ball, and the alternating possession will give it back to North Central. So a little rough inside. Apollon again is sitting right now, the 6'8" player. Sitton-Barrows is in right now. He's from Monet, Missouri. Is it Monet or Monette? This is one of those names that after 24, 25 years in the area, still haven't gotten that one right. I think it's Monette.
You're right.
Clark watched it. And that'll go back to Central Methodist. 7 turnovers for the Pirates, 12 for Central Methodist reserves. And if you want to do a little quick math, what has been the scoring margin for the Pirates since they were down 7-0? I've got it 35-12. That will help, and it's a 3 by Victor Kachalewski. 7 points for him. At halftime, we'll visit with John Carroll. He's an engaging guy. Really enjoyed talking to him. Terrell got tripped up, and this may be on Simon, and it is. And that'll be his 3rd foul. So Simon picks up a 3rd. Hopalong with 3. And Terrell going to the line for 2. As we're well inside the double bonus. And now a little bit of scoreboard work as one of our referees visits with the scorer people. The scorer people. North Central Missouri College announced their 2024 Hall of Fame class at the end of last week. Karen Bailey, Terrence Bush, the Ralph and Joyce Cutzinger family, Jalen Gant, Deanna McQueen, Lee Mead Porter, and the 2018-19 North Central men's basketball team, all going into the Hall of Fame later in the season. Terrell will have one more. Mack re-enters for the Pirates. Jeremy Esri in his 8th year, 11 years overall here. He was an assistant for 3 years. And Demetrius Houston Jr. in his 2nd year, a former player here from 2015 to 2017. Kachalewski trying to avoid the trap, and they've done a nice job of that tonight. 3 on the way by Matt Jonas. And on a string back to Jonas. Kachalewski over the top of Terrell. Mack is there. And Mack splitting the defenders, and there's all sorts of grabbing and holding, and the ball will go to Central Methodist. It is not for the faint of heart when you decide to go down the lane. That is for sure.
Go ahead, T. Go ahead, T. Oh, my bad.
Ricardo Lee of Fairview Heights, Illinois, across midcourt. Tanner Lanes and Evans with the board.
Go.
Expecting it all the way was Kachalewski, but he stepped on the end line, turns it over. But that play was not fooling Central Methodist at all. And now Chad Waller again will come over, and remember the call earlier in the game that was overturned right there at that spot on the floor. Chad used to be a member of the NAIA national office in Kansas City. Now, I believe in some sponsorship sales of some kind. Good play saving the ball by Screen. Won't go, and Screen will have a chance. And it's blocked and blocked out of bounds by Sitten Barrows. He's got some good size, 6'7", 195 pounds. And Terrell will throw it in. Corey nowhere to go. Mack got a crease but couldn't do anything with it, and then either he or Evans is going to get a foul here. And that will put Central Methodist into the bonus. It's going to be on Giovanni Mack. And his first foul sends CMU to the line for 1-1. Well, the weather outside has been frightful. This is the first day of school for North Central, regular in-attendance class school. Since when? Since last week. We had a couple of virtual days, then Martin Luther King Day on Monday. Yesterday was a complete closure, and we're back today. Not sure what Central Methodist has gone through, but I'll bet it's very similar. Evans eventually catches, works against Sitten Barrows, and throws it away. Nice pass down court, and then look out into the student section go a couple of Pirates and an Eagle, and I hope everybody's going to be okay. I tell you what, they're extracting Wyatt Sitton-Barrows from the crowd. And referee Chad Waller goes up. He's going to check on everybody, including the students, who will have a story to tell for the rest of the semester. 25 seconds on the shot clock. Matt Jonas gives it outside to Ricardo Lee. Tanner Lanes can't hit it, and there's a foul on the rebound. Looks like it's going to be on Ja'Cory Terrell. So Terrell picks up the foul, his first, and that'll put CMU back at the line. Sitton-Barrows looking for his first points of the game, and there it is. The Eagles reserves were canceled last night against Missouri Valley. Gosh, everybody got canceled, I think, last night. Pirates were supposed to go to Indian Hills in Iowa, one of the premier programs in this area of the country. That has been postponed till February as Indian Hills had to make up one of their conference games. Look at John Carroll. John's got 4 points again. He'll be our guest at the break. Kachalewski trying to get it inside to Sitton-Barrows and not touched by a North Central player. It'll belong to the Pirates. 14 turnovers for CMU, 10 for the Pirates. And Mack will bring it up court. Carroll inside. Draws the foul and will go to the line for two. So a chance for John Carroll at the line. He's got 4 points on 2 field goals. He's a 6'7" freshman from Marietta, Georgia. And so you can imagine, and we do talk about this that at halftime, that the weather, if not just the size of the town, is so completely different. So I was doing some checking today, however, and Marietta was at 19 degrees when I checked around. I think it was around 11 o'clock this morning. We were at 9 and Marietta was at 19. And John makes good on both his shots. No more shot clock here in the half. And the high pass leads to the interception by Joe Clark, and the Pirates should get the last shot here. Giovanni Mack. That works. Mack has 10 points. And John Carroll intercepts the long pass down court as the half ends. And the Pirates lead it 41-23 as we have reached our halftime break. We will be back. John Carroll will be our guest, and we'll have more in a moment.
Before you open your eyes, at Smithfield, we're busy slow smoking. Before you sizzle, we hand select and hand trim. Before you were born, we gave birth to flavor, which you'll find in every bite of our naturally delicious hickory smoked bacon. Flavor hails from Smithfield.
At halftime, the Pirates 41-23 over Central Methodist. Like we talked about, it was a 7-0 start for the Eagles before the Pirates got their first basket about 4.5 minutes into the start of this game, but they have rallied nicely. For the Pirates, the leading scorer, 10 points for Gio Mack, and for the Eagles, Victor Kachalewski with 7 points leading the Eagles. So the Pirates and Eagles have reached halftime, and it's time also for our At the Break feature. We had a great time visiting with John Carroll. John Carroll is our guest. It's At the Break here on this cold night in Trenton, Missouri. And I guess the first thing, John, is how is the weather and the culture and everything coming from Georgia compared to North Central Missouri?
The weather change is very big for me because
Georgia
is way more hotter. Definitely don't get snow there. And the snow here is like crazy. Like when you walk outside, it's like if you take the wrong step, you might step in a whole pile of snow. Your foot might get wet. So yeah, it's definitely a big change. I'm getting used to it, but it's definitely a very, very big change for me.
What about recently when you walk outside and it's minus whatever, and you breathe that in?
Yeah,
how does that feel?
That's hard because my nose like instantly runs. Like, I don't see how people play football in the snow like this. In the cold, I feel like breathing is just gets like harder as you like run and increase your whatever you're doing, especially exercising. So yeah, going outside and feeling that air is very, very cold, and got some getting used to for sure. And
you know what I always say is that I'm really glad we play basketball indoors.
Yeah, I'm right with you on that one. Because, wow.
In what other ways does Trenton differ from Georgia?
Probably just the things around in Georgia. There's more things there. It's just weather for sure. More things there, as in just more buildings, more people. It's not as small as Trenton, but yeah, it's not too different for real. When it comes to other things, but I think the most biggest thing would just be how big it is.
Let's talk about how you come from Marietta to Trenton, Missouri. Well, how did you get here, man?
Yeah, my coach, his name is Coach Jay, hooked me up with Coach Esri over the phone, gave me his contact info. I played with Coach Jay for like 2 years or a year on AAU. Got to learn a lot from how scouting and recruiting works from him, and he just always helped me, always had my back, and I'm thankful for that. And he helped me get here to where I'm at today. And he's very, very he will very welcoming. He tells you straight up things you need to fix, tells you what's wrong, all type of things. He keeps it 100 with you, and a very nice dude, cool dude, and getting to know him was like one of the best things that happened to me in my basketball career.
I think that's fantastic. You mentioned your brother, and tell us a little bit about him if you would, and the rest of your family if you don't mind.
Okay, so I have my mom and 3 other brothers. My one's older. I'm like the middle kind of, because I have 2 younger ones, and my older brother goes to Coffeyville, so he's not too far from here, and he goes to Coffeyville. He hoops there. That's where Coach Jay also helped him a lot with that. He's doing really, really good up there. I got 2 younger brothers. One's actually here.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because my mom moved up here.
Oh, she did?
My brothers, because she wanted to stay connected with us.
That's a whole other story we'll have to get into.
Yeah, she wanted to stay connected with us, so she came up here with us, and it's going well. But yes, my brother is here. One of my other brothers is actually with his dad in Florida.
Okay.
So yeah. That's pretty much.
Okay, so you have a brother here, you have a brother playing, your mom is here. Tell us about your mom. She sounds really special.
Yeah, she is. I love my mom. Very, very special. She's been here since day one, helping me and my brother.
What's her name?
Aisha. Her name is Aisha, yes. And she's just always helped us. She always wanted us to succeed. She did everything in her power to help us be the people we are today. And she was a basketball player as well. So, growing up, she got on us a lot, tried to help us get better. And she did, taught us a lot about the game. And I'm thankful and will always be thankful and grateful for what she taught me and how she grew me to become the man I am today.
Now you're a big guy. You're a post guy. Is she a big woman?
Yes.
Could you post up, or does she post you up when you play?
When I was little, she did get the best of me. I'm not gonna lie. When I was little, she did get the best of me. But now, for sure not. She definitely can't no more. But when I was little, she definitely did.
I think that's great.
Yeah. She's been at a couple games. I've seen her in the stands a couple times, and just seeing her in the stands just makes me want to, play harder just for her. It means a lot that she's here, that she could be here with me and my brother also. I feel like that's a lot. Just when people go to college, it's all about family, and when you separate from family, and
you bet.
When you always want to go to a college near home, so you're close to family. So for her to be able to move up here and be close to me and my brother means a lot.
Let's talk more specifically about basketball. You're coming off a great game against Highland. Just contributed and were kind of the center of attention for good parts of that game. What, in your mind, is your strength as a player?
My strength as a player, I feel like I'm overall just very, very good. I always keep going, I always have a strong mindset to not let things attach to me and during the game. So like if I turn the ball over or something, or if I'm pulled out because I did something bad or anything like that, I don't let it get to me. I stay mentally focused, mentally prepared. So anytime I get in the game, I'm ready to go and I'm ready to give it all my 100%. I think every time I step on the floor, I give it my all, and that's how it contributes to me having a good game, because I just go out there and play as hard as I can.
You brought something back to mind that I'd forgotten, to be honest, about how you were injured in the preseason. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I think it was like a preseason game. I rolled my ankle like twice in one of the games, and ever since that, it's been soft. It wasn't really strong, and then I continued to play on it, rolled it again. So it definitely took like 2.5 weeks for me to get back to just being able to move fluently on it.
Right.
But it was definitely a progress. Our trainer, Megan, she helped me a lot, just with exercises and getting it strengthened. So I'm thankful for that. And yeah, it was definitely something that made me mad. I wasn't happy about it. I was angry for sure, because I want to be out there with my team.
You bet.
And when I had to go through it, I had trust and knew I could get through it.
Yeah. John, what are you majoring in school? What's your degree going to be in? And what do you want to do in the future when basketball ends?
I'm majoring in business. I feel like business, you can't go wrong with it if you're good at it. Right. Business is something really, really good to major in, I feel like, because having a business, I feel like being self-employed is really, really good, and just knowing about how things work when it comes to those things is really, really good. I feel like it just makes you smarter as a human being when you get into the business. You just, the way you talk to people, the way you interact with people, the way you set things up, your communication skills, I feel like everything gets better as an individual person when you're in business. Not just, I have a business, I got this and that, but you just become overall more mature as a person in business, I feel like. And I think business is a really, really good major to get into, because it's just so, and like, you have to be smart, and if you're not smart going into business, you get smarter. So it only helps you, so yeah.
Final question, and this is a hard one. What would you want people in the Trenton community to know about you that maybe they don't know about you at this point?
What would I want them to know about me that they don't know about me at this point would have to be, I'm a big gamer. I'm a big gamer. I love video games. When you look at me, you probably wouldn't think I love video games. I look like more of a serious person, probably. I give off because I'm so big. But yes, I love video games. Playing video games. I'm always in my dorm. Free time I get, just to hop on the game with my friends, have fun. So I'm a big gamer, kind of a goofy person, and I feel like that's something nobody will expect from me. But yes.
Right. John, thank you so much. It's been a lot of fun to visit with you
here. For having me.
John Curl has been our guest here at The Break. We'll be back in just a moment with more from the Ketchum Community Center.
Before you open your eyes, at Smithfield, we're busy slow smoking. Before you sizzle, we hand select and hand trim. Before you were born, we gave birth to flavor, which you'll find in every bite of our naturally delicious hickory smoked bacon. Flavor hails from Smithfield. Before you open your eyes, at Smithfield, we're busy slow smoking. Before you sizzle, we hand select and hand trim. Before you were born, we gave birth to flavor, which you'll find in every bite of our naturally delicious hickory smoked bacon. Flavor hails from Smithfield.
At the end of the first half, the Pirates lead it here after a slow start, 41-23. Let's take a look at some of the stats in the first half. You'll take a look at the team stats here for just a moment, and we'll give you the individual stats as well, as the Pirates did get out to that slow start, didn't score, as we said before the break. And by the way, thank you to John Carroll for doing that interview. Hope you enjoyed it. He was a joy to be around. Anyway, back to the scoring. The Pirates got out to that slow start, but obviously rallied. They have actually 11 points from Giovanni Mack leading the way. And the rest of the scoring for the Pirates include John Carroll's 6 points, 1 point for Ja'Cory Terrell, 8 points for Tyler King, 4 for Jamal Davis, Khalil Screen with a couple of baskets for 4 points, Mikey Thomas 3, and Isaiah Reams had 2, along with Dede Evans 2 points. For Central Methodist, Victor Kachalewski 7 points, 3 for Nolan Simon, 2 for Ricardo Lee, 2 more for Colton Garner, 4 points for Tanner Lanes, and a single free throw for Wyatt Sitton-Barrows. Evans Apollon is the 6'9" freshman that we did not have a lot of information about. He has 4 points, but we did some checking, and he is a Haitian. He is from Haiti and is here for the JV game. He is a freshman from Haiti, as we said, Port-au-Prince, and at 6'9", he can be a force, but he did pick up 3 fouls in the first half, as did Nolan Simons. So a couple of their leading players with 3 fouls here as we start the second half. Our director today on this production of North Central Missouri College's Pirates Digital Media is Ray Keel. Our camera operators are Alan Martinez, Manny McCullum, Renell Del Rosario, and Hope Helton is helping us with our replays tonight, this game against Central Methodist University. We'll be back on Saturday. It's going to be a single camera game on the road as we go to Metropolitan Community College to face the Wolves. It'll be a 2 o'clock tip-off for the women. They're saying 4 o'clock for the men. Our pregame will start about 20 minutes before each of those games as we head to Penn Valley campus, the Metropolitan Community College system. It's Metropolitan and North Central on Saturday. Then Tuesday of next week, a women's and men's split doubleheader. The women will be playing Westminster's reserves, and the Pirates men will be playing Graceland's reserves. And then Friday the 26th, it's Jeffco coming in, Jefferson College, the new kids on the block. They will be here as a regional opponent on Friday the 26th. Pirates have the basketball to start out as we begin the second half. Dede Evans off to Mack, and a quick pass inside to King. So King scores right out of the gate as Isaiah Reams finds him, and double digits now for King. Pirates will press. They've been working on that most of the night. Open look, though, off the break for Garner. And the rebound to Sitton-Barrows, who starts instead of Apollon. Pirates run off the break, or after the rebound, rather. King nowhere to go. Good job defensively by Tanner Lanes. Also out there, Ricardo Lee. And let's see who else. I mentioned Lanes. That's a 2-pointer. So 2 points on that shot, just on the line. Pirates gather the turnover and come right back. blocked underneath. That was Shitton Barrows that got the block. Pirates control it and have 20 seconds to shoot. Off the mark by Mack. Spin, and Garner runs into traffic. It's going to be a block on the Pirates. So Clark hits the deck, likely the block called on him. And the first foul of the second half. Pirates led 41-23 at the half, and we're just underway here with 90 seconds gone by. President of North Central Missouri College, Dr. Lenny Klaver. And there's a foul, it looks like on Reams, holding on the inbounds. And Isaiah picks up his second, the veteran point guard out of Mexico, Missouri. And a couple of nice games against CMU last year, scoring 12 in one and 10 in the other. Kachalewski will pitch it back outside. Ricardo Lee gets a nice screen. Let's see if he can connect. Mack with the board. This is Reams. They left him alone in transition. Gets his own rebound. Now King for three. Get along there also. Lanes. Kachalewski. And they'll shut it up against the Pirate defense. Victor Kachalewski from Belarus. Garner with Clark on him. Kachalewski, and that is his second three-pointer in the game. So 10 points for Victor. He's a 6'1" freshman. Mack beat him a little bit on the baseline, pitches it out to Reams. Evans with the board. King to the baseline, and underneath, and another block for Shitton Barrows. Here comes the Eagle attack, and blocked against the board by Clark, and got him in the head at the same time. So the foul should send Kachalewski to the line. Well, he's a good-looking player, 6'1", as we said. Pirates have picked up 3 fouls here in the half coming out of the dressing room, none for the Eagles. th point for Kachalewski. And 2 for 2. So 9 for Victor. Clark. Evans. And Mack. Race to the corner. King wins it and does a nice job getting it to Evans. Shot clock reset to 20. Evans doing some magic inside and hits that shot. D.D. Evans, first name Dampier, they call him D.D., and he's got 4 points. He's from St. Louis. Speaking of that, we've got St. Louis coming in here in about 10 days. Remember, there is no women's game this year. Well, again, this year, St. Louis's women's team didn't have enough players. By the way, did you see that the women's program at TCU didn't have enough players to play? This game, the next game they have, and the one after that, there's no, that I saw on the news is that's a 3 for Kachalewski. The TCU has had to cancel a couple of games because of a lack of players. There'll be forfeits. And they're not sure what's going to happen there. But, you know, it's been going on at the junior college level for a while as Reams scores his 4th point. That women's teams are just having a tough time putting together full rosters. It happened to St. Louis this year and last year. It happened to Metropolitan last year. The Pirates were left as the only team in Region 16 in Division II. This year, Jeffco is in the region as well, but St. Louis doesn't have a team again. Good putback by Wyatt Shitton Barrows, and he's been impressive in this half. Starting the half for Apollon. A block, another near block. That was an athletic play. King trying to use Evans' screen, got free and knocked out of his hands. Boy, good hands in the crowd there. John Carroll will come in. As we said, I hope you enjoyed the interview with John Carroll. Remember, that is on YouTube as we speak, I believe. It's going to be posted about 7:30. And we'll spread it across social media tomorrow. John works inside, gets another try, a third second try, and makes good on that. He can be a force for us. And as he gets healthier and healthier, he says that ankle is still a little soft, I think was the word he used. Now a 2-on-1, and back in is Apollon. John and Apollon facing off, and the Haitian wins that with a gorgeous little jump hook. Saved by Reams. Mikey Thomas hadn't entered the game yet, or he would have been in perfect position for that pass. And now Mike will come in. 17 turnovers for CMU and 10 for the Pirates. As of now, 44% shooting by the Buccaneers and 33% for CMU. CMU was 1 of 11 from the three-point arc at the half. They have hit 2 more here in the second half in the first 6 minutes. Reach-in foul on Colton Garner. Anyway, back to the region situation for North Central. They will start region play, men and women, on Saturday at Metropolitan, and then come home the next Friday next week, and take on Jeffco. And then on Saturday, it'll be a men's game only for North Central. So we'll not see a St. Louis women's team again this year. The regional will be on the women's side, Jeffco, Metro, and North Central. John Carroll drives the foul.
Central Methodist foul number 25, Evans Apollon, his fourth, second team. At the line, shooting 2 for the Pirates.
So John Carroll goes to the line. John, and I go back to the interview because he was so well-spoken, and he talked about his mom being a big influence in his life. I'm personal, that strikes me well because my mom was a big influence in my life. And she moved with John to Trenton from Marietta, Georgia. He talked about his brother that's a sophomore at Coffeyville, Kansas. And again, it'll be on social media tomorrow. It's already going to be on YouTube overnight. And it'll belong to CMU as Reams hustles after the ball. CMU has had to face some pressure virtually all night long offensively. Look at that trap along the midcourt line and open player in the corner. And I have to say, the Eagles have done a nice job dealing with the pressure. Won't go for Jonas. And that loose ball knocked out of bounds by Jonas. Jonas is from Lee Summit, Missouri, 6'2", a freshman. And these reserve players for Central Methodist, they just look like solid kids, solid players. As Jeremy Esri talked about in our pregame show, they're just looking to get some minutes, some experience on the courts, and that seems to be about all that they're lacking. They're pretty good. John Carroll inside. He has really come on, hasn't he? That's his 11th points of the night. And the Pirates have stretched the lead to an even 20. Right through the legs of Carroll. Intercepted by King. 3 Eagles are back. That won't stop King as he draws the foul. And so Tyler King will go to the line. Pirates have won 4 straight, stretching back to the early part of December. Then they had that long break, a month-long break. Came back and beat Highland last Wednesday, 82-67. Shot 54% in that game. For the year, the Pirates are shooting 50% with his 9th best in NAIA Division II. And King certainly has been at the heart of this team with his 21 plus points per game, top 25 in the nation scoring. 2 more free throws, and he has 14 in the game. Pressure again. Simon back in with those 3 fouls. Lanes. Lee deflected by, I believe it was John Carroll, and the underhand pass from Park to King. Tyler's going to get credit for the points, but how about the underhand pass, the quickest way to get the ball to him? That was wonderful. And a steal. John Carroll nearly came up with a steal there. He's going to get the ball anyway, and fouled on his way to the orange rim. Wow. I'll tell you what, he could be a force in the final 2 months of this season. Hard to believe we're in the middle of January already. Jamal Davis, he is going to come in, but first we have a full timeout here from North Central Missouri College. The Pirates taking on the Eagles tonight, and we'll be back with more from the Ketchum Community Center in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Maker. Reach out to your high school counselor. They're going to be made aware of any scholarship opportunities within your community. Additional resources for scholarships are Missouri Scholarship Central. That's actually a portal that you can create an account with. Based on your profile, it will actually send scholarship opportunities to your email that are tailored to your profile. As they add scholarship opportunities all throughout the year, you're going to receive emails when those opportunities apply to your profile.
Central Methodist Huddle and the folks that have come out on this cold night to the Ketchum Community Center. And we hope they're enjoying the game, as we hope you are, whether you're an Eagle fan or a Pirate fan here from Trenton, Missouri. I am Rick Cole of Pirates Digital Media. We talked a little bit about the Hall of Fame inductees coming up later on this basketball season. And we talked at the very end about the 2018-19 North Central Missouri College men's basketball team. First NJCAA Region 16 championship for men's basketball. They won the district playoff as well over Arkansas State Mid-South and went to the national tournament for the first time in NCMC history. That team goes into the Hall of Fame. King from Thomas on the inbounds. And Mikey, I think, knocked it out. That was that district playoff game that sent North Central to the national tournament was the first game I ever saw in this building. Of course, when you walk in here, you're impressed by the arena itself. But that day, the Pirates were a lot of fun to watch, and that team goes into the North Central Hall of Fame. John Carroll. I wonder if he's ever played volleyball. I know we talked after our interview about him playing football. He was a running back, but that was when he was in junior high. He was also a pretty good baseball player as a pitcher. With his size, you can imagine that. He also played some first base, a right-handed hitter. Volleyball might have been his deal. It might still be. There are a lot of men's volleyball teams out there. High off the glass, will not go for Garner, and the Pirates run. Reams causing the collision and getting the roll. Isaiah, half a dozen. Tanner Lanes in the backcourt, swings it over to Lee, now ahead, and the shot was that blocked. It came off at a wide angle by Matt Jonas. Davis is in there, and Jamal grabs the board. Jamal is a 6'6" swingman from Kansas City, from North Kansas City. There he is underneath, using a left hand, and what a beautiful shot by King. Knocked away by Carroll. Simon's still looking for a field goal. He's got 3 points, but he was big when they took an early lead of 7-0. Sitton Barrows, nice move, doesn't have anything to show for it. Tyler King. And he'll draw the foul as he weaved his way through the Eagles defense. It was nicely done when he avoided the man set up about 15 feet out to try to draw the foul. The foul goes against Wyatt Sitton Barrows. That is the 5th foul against CMU's reserves. Corey Terrell was set to check in. He's called back. Giovanni Mack is going to check in here. Also, the big post, Apollon is in. Colton Garner is in, and Kaczalewski back in for Central Methodist. And King will have another free throw. Tyler with 17 points unofficially. And another one right there. Now Terrell comes into the game. Again, CMU has handled the press pretty well. Oh my, a long one for Simon looking for that first field goal. Mack. Davis couldn't quite handle it. Got a good pass, but just slipped out of his hands. Kaczalewski against Carroll. That's a mismatch in North Central's favor. Garner gets free and puts it in. Garner with his second basket. And we're midway through the second half. Videographers today are Maddie McCollum, Alan Martinez, and Raynel Del Rosario, directed by Ray Keel, all our students at North Central. Terrell going inside, pitching it to the corner. Mack ran out of room and finds the open Mikey Thomas. John there again. Carroll going up hard, and shot clock violation shouldn't be. We got the shot, and I think they're going to wave off the shot clock and give Carroll the basket. I believe that's what they have decided to do. That would be the right thing, I think. A three here by Kaczalewski, and a foul underneath, maybe on John Carroll. Yep. Talking about the Hall of Fame entrants that are going in this spring. North Central Missouri College women's basketball player Karen Bailey is one. She was also a coach here in 1978-79 season after playing here. I'm sorry, she played here in 78-79. She was the coach from 81 to 83. Apollon can't get it to go, and it'll go to North Central. She is the legacy inductee in the field. As both a player and a coach, Terrence Bush, a men's basketball player, 2014 to 2016, will be another inductee on the basketball side, but on the men's side, Mack, no, and CMU tries to push the ball down the floor. Nowhere for Lanes to go. Good ball movement, leaves Simon open. And there he goes, he got that one. Simon with 6 now on that field goal. Victor Kaczalewski leading the team with 15 points. Davis from Mack, well done. Giovanni Mack, you look through his balanced stat line. We talked about Isaiah Reams early in the game as Davis goes up there and knocks the ball out of bounds. But how about Gio Mack? 13.9 points a game, 4.3 rebounds. Shoots 47% from the floor, 30% from the arc, and 81% from the free throw line, but averages nearly 5 assists a game, 3 steals a game, has a block here and there. And I think everyone would agree he probably expends more calories than any other Pirate player. He is all over the place in every way, shape, and form. Speaking of that, Roman Phillips cheating out a little bit. Weak side pass, nowhere for Garner to go. 8 to shoot. Back into Apollon. And right out of his hands into the hands of Gio. 3-on-1. And Terrell finishes it. So Ja'Cory has 3 points. And a steal by Mack. Giovanni's first points in the second half, 13 overall. And it looks like a timeout going to be taken by the Catherine Garrick and Central Methodist here. Let's see if it's a long one or a short one. It's going to be a short one, and we will take a timeout as well here on Pirates Digital Media. Back with you in a moment. Partners with North Central Missouri College Athletics include Pettijohn Ford, now offering low upfront prices and no hidden fees on every vehicle in stock. Grundy County Lumber, your authorized local steel dealer. St. Luke's Health System. St. Luke's unique combination of clinical excellence and compassionate care makes them the best place to get care. BTC Bank, agriculturally minded, service-oriented, and driven to strengthen the communities it serves. Farmers Bank of Northern Missouri. Bank on the go with Farmers Bank mobile app. Pirates in control here with under 7.5 minutes left in the game. They were down early, but came back at about the 5-minute mark of, or excuse me, about the 15-minute mark of the first half. They had a little bit of a rally and quickly took control of the game from that point. Right now for the Pirates, 18 points leading the way. That's Tyler King, and 17 points for Victor Kachalewski of Central Methodist. Pirates at this point shooting 48% and Central Methodist 30%. That one will go, and a chance at a 3-point play. So Apollon will go in and get a chance at a 3-point play here. He will stay right at 8 points. Off the hands of Roman Phillips, but knocked out of bounds by Apollon. Apollon got into some foul trouble in the first half. He has played a couple of minutes here, but did not start the second half. Simon back in with 3 fouls as well, has played a few more minutes, but I think Simon is probably less prone to picking up a foul playing outside. Oh, Apollon just couldn't get the, or rather Roman Phillips couldn't get the roll there at all, could he? Khalil screen looking for Phillips, and Apollon down on the floor and is able to get the ball past Phillips, and here comes the Eagle attack. Simon. 8 points for Simon from O'Fallon, Missouri. He is the second leading scorer now for the Eagles. Garner way off the mark, and it's Terrell who comes up with a rebound. And the move will challenge the big man and draw the foul. So it's 73-44, the Pirates in control. We've been talking a little bit about some of the players and families and teams that are going into North Central Missouri College Hall of Fame. I think we mentioned Terrence Bush. How about the Ralph and Joyce Cutzinger family? They had an impact to North Central Missouri College athletics. Their involvement comes as not only supporters, but pillars in the community. And they will be honored as a family by being inducted into the Hall of Fame. Ja'Cory's third point. Jalen Gantz, who played basketball here on the men's team from 2016 to 2018, averaging 14 points and 21 points in his 2 years. Also is a pretty good rebounder and all-around player, I understand. He'll be going in. Long three. Long rebound and picking it up a screen. Terrell. Reams from the outside. Has not scored a lot of points tonight, just half a dozen. He's averaging 17 and a half. And Terrell gets the foul there. Central Methodist will bring in some more players. Haven't seen Dressen Jimmy, for instance, number 15. Jandil Garcia is number 1. Let's check out who else made their way in. Cameron Mijin is in. And 5 is Zane Montgomery. So a new cast for the Eagles here with 5.5 minutes left in the game. And the drama has been out of this game for a bit. Jimmy giving it up on the baseline, and Davis with the takeaway. Pirate women and the Pirate men at Metropolitan Saturday. We'll have the play-by-play and the video coverage from Metropolitan. Tip-off of the women's game at 2 o'clock. Our pregame show will be about 1:40. It's going to be another cold day, but I remember last year was a snowy and cold day. It really snowed a lot the night before and during the game, and I know that because where I live, we've got a quarter-mile driveway, and my little car got stuck in the snow. Didn't think it was as deep as it was, so I abandoned that and went and got another vehicle because I was working my way to the game. When I got home, I towed my little car out of the snow, dragging it with a chain, and I learned a lesson. You're not supposed to leave the chain too long or that car will swing wide when you go around a corner and hit a tree. Yep, that's what happened. Roman Phillips inside from Terrell. So Phillips hits that shot. Jaden Niveld is also into the game, and that's him waiting for the ball handler. Wearing number 12 for the Pirates. Jaden is from Curacao. Speaking of that, our baseball and softball teams have been working since the semester started again, and they're working hard. They're doing a lot of conditioning, whatever they can do inside. That's Niveld with the rebound. And I am cued to talk about that as Phillips gets one underneath, because we used to have a number of players from Curacao on our baseball team, and now we've got one on our basketball team, and that's good to see. Ricardo Lee has played a bunch in this game. Terrell comes the other way. We'll talk to Jeremy Esri after the game and visit a little bit about this matchup with CMU, perhaps a little bit about Metropolitan. What do you want me to ask him? It's a lot easier to do the interviews after a win, as following up the missed shot by Niveld was Khalil Screen, who has 6 points in the game. .24 is Cameron Mijin. I hope I'm saying it right, Cameron. I think I got the Cameron parts correct. M-E-J-E-A-N, Mijin. 6'2", a sophomore from Cape Girardeau, Missouri. Davis for the Pirates. Niveld. And the rebound comes down to Dressen Jimmy from Conhata, Mississippi. That's one I haven't heard before. Zane Montgomery is off the mark, and the Pirates have the ball back with 2:09 left to play. Some of the other Hall of Famers this year, softball player Deanna McQueen is going in. She played 2003 to 2005. She was quite a pitcher. 42 wins, 9 losses for North Central in the circle. Deanna McQueen will be inducted, and I think we talked about the 18-19 North Central men's basketball team, and the only other one we haven't talked about at length is Lee Mead Porter, who was a basketball player on the women's side from 2003 to 2005. Here's Roman Phillips to the line. Roman's a 6'8" freshman, and that is his 5th point. Porter, that we were talking about, Lee Mead, as she was known at that point, 2nd leading scorer in NCMC history. Quick trivia question, who's number 1? She had 1,240 points, also stands as the 4th leading rebounder for the women here at North Central. The all-time leading scorer for North Central College women, Nora Ford, of course, who graduated after last season's All-American season. She'll be in the Hall of Fame. I think the teams that Jenny has had over the last 2-3 years probably all have a shot to get in, going to the national tournament, finishing, 6th and 7th. By the way, the women are rated number 9 in the new poll that came out this week. And we'll see them Saturday when they take on Metropolitan. Baseline move by Simon, and he gets the roll there. Nolan Simon, 10 points now. Niveld, and screen. So Khalil has 8 points. And this one winding down rather slowly, just a minute left to play. And that foul's going to be on, I believe, Niveld. Yep. This is Jaden's 4th game as a Pirate. He's a 5'11" freshman. Willemstad Carousel, and Ricardo Lee from Fairview Heights in Illinois goes to the line. He's also 5'11" and a freshman. Lee has 3 points. That's his first point in the second half. Pirates are going to win their 5th in a row and their 12th of the year. But the region play starts on Saturday, and that's the 6 games on the schedule that mean the most. And getting ready for that regional play and the tournament later in the year is what it's all about. So there's a nice shot from Jamal Davis. He hits the 3 and had a good touch on it. Pirates up decidedly here, no question about that. CMU is not going to really challenge anything. You can see the difference in the shot clock and the game clock negligible, and so Jimmy will just kind of hold it there, and the Pirates will walk out of here with their win and be 12-4 on the year. 88-48 looks like it'll be the final from the Ketchum Community Center, and will that count or not? Yeah, it will. So let's call it 88-50 as the final points by Nolan Simon, and he ends up the night with a dozen points for the Eagles. The Eagles drop it here on the road at North Central Missouri College. We'll talk to Jeremy Esri in just a moment as we will wrap up this game. We'll take a look at the scoring here real quick and do it as well as we can. The final score again, 88-50 for Victor Kachalewski. He ended up with 15 points, 12 for Simon. Apollon had 8 points, and those appear to be the leading scorers for CMU. For North Central, and again, this is unofficial, 13 for Giovanni Mack, 13 for John Carroll, 18 for Tyler King, 11 for Jamal Davis, and there were others, and if we get a chance, we will visit about them as well as we wait for Jeremy Esri. So let's go down those scores. Mikey Thomas had a 3-point shot, Isaiah Reams 6, B.D. Evans had 4. 2 points for Terrell, 4 points for Terrell, and also in the game, Khalil Screen had 8, and 5 points for Roman Phillips. Looks like Jeremy Esri is about ready to go. Howdy, Coach.
Hey, how you doing, Rick?
Good. How are you doing after that win?
Hey, happy with it. Happy with it, especially second half. I'd be lying if I wasn't nervous. They had played Neosho really tough. They played State. They were up 7 against State Fair at halftime. Neosho was tied at halftime, and they're a good team. And so I was happy with how we came out, especially second half defensively. And so we'll take it, but hey, we're on to region play now. So.
Hey, 7-0 after the first 4.5 minutes. What were you thinking at that point?
I was thinking these guys are really good, and we're not playing very good right now. I thought we settled. I thought we were soft first half, and just didn't do enough to win and stuff. And so, we got a hooper right here. Hey, there we go. Sorry, got a ball. You can't see him. He's too small. He's off somewhere now. So
sounds like he'll be a pesky guard someday.
Yeah, probably. Aiden. Sorry, now he's crying.
Oh, no.
Life from a 2-year-old.
This is the stuff you get when you go live.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, welcome JUCO, huh?
Yeah.
But no, second half I just thought we were way more aggressive and we attacked, and so we loved their job.
Tyler King had another good scoring night. He was close to 20 points, but Khalil Screen got 8 points. So you got Jordan Niveld in there as well as some other folks, and that had to feel good to get that.
It does. Yeah, it does. Mikey Thomas hurt his back a little bit, so he didn't play a ton, and Micah is out with a back injury, Micah Johnson, and so some other guys stepped up. Khalil did a great job, and he's shown that he can be really, really good. So we just got to get him more accustomed, and I'm really proud of him tonight. So.
14 points for John Carroll and 8 rebounds. He had a pretty impressive night. He's really coming on.
He did, yeah, he did. I thought he matched the intensity, and all our bigs did. That's a really good big they have in Evans, Apollon, and so I thought our bigs did a good job with them. And but yeah, John Carroll was special tonight again, especially around the rim, and he does a lot of good things.
I know it's real early, but what does Metro have?
Scrappy guards. They're going to be super scrappy. We're going to have to bring it. They're just going to be, they're going to be in your face. They're going to rebound well. They're just going to be super scrappy. So we got to defend them. They got some shooters, but we got to keep them from the rim, and we have to handle their pressure.
We will see you on Saturday, and all of that stuff I'm sure will come true.
Thank you, Rick.
Thanks, Jeremy Esri with us here in our post-game show. Thank you out to our crew tonight. Ray Keel was our director, Maddie McCullum, Raynell Del Rosario, Alan Martinez, and Hope Hilton all on the crew tonight. I am Rick Cole. Real quick, the official scoring is out. 14 for Carroll, as we mentioned, 13 for Giovanni Mack, and 18 for Tyler King, the leading scorers for North Central. 15 for Victor Kachalewski, officially 10 points for Simon. Those were the two in double figures for the Pirates tonight. So that will do it for tonight, an 88-50 win by North Central. And we will see you on Saturday as the Pirates take on Metropolitan. Again, our pregame for the women's show will be at about 1:40 on this Saturday afternoon. Until then, we say goodbye and go Pirates.
Jolly Roger! Make sail, laddie! Walk that plank!